Opinion disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed by Just Our Opinion podcast are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any of our sponsors. Any content provided by our guest or authors are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, anyone, or anything.
See, funny thing about love is you never really know when it's coming, but you better believe you'll know when it's there. True story. I must have been searching, though I wasn't looking for much. Checking out the scene, wasn't trying to get my numbers up. You know I keep it cool. I prefer to stay in the cut. Don't want no attention on me when I'm trying to shake the blues up off me. But then I saw your face, it caused my heart to race. Girl, you're looking like $1,000,000. Something about the way you strut your stuff. Oh, girl, you're fine as you wanna. What I'm supposed to do? Something told me got time to lose. Go ahead and bust a move. Funny thing about love, when it comes and goes, you never know. So you gotta keep your heart exposed, and you can be sure there's no cause and no cure. And if it wants you, oh, it'll come and find you. Fall back just a little. Don't wanna lead you on. Don't wanna push a feeling and make the feeling gone. You see, I got your number, but still I ain't used the phone, no. I let it breathe for a minute, baby. Next thing I know, you call. Damn. One thing I know about love, you never know when it's coming, but you sure know it when it does. Yeah. One thing I know about love, you might get what you ask for, so you better be sure it's what you want. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Funny thing about love, when it comes and goes, you never know. So you gotta keep your heart exposed, and you can be sure there's no cause and no cure. And when it wants you, oh, it'll come and find you. Yeah. One thing I know about love, you never know when it's coming, but you sure know it when it does. Yeah. One thing I know about love, you might get what you ask for, so you better be sure.
Yo, what's good?
Hello. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. What up, L Boogie?
What's happening? What's up? It's been a minute, huh?
Listen.
Yeah, man.
Welcome to Just Our Opinion with Robin
Mike.
and Ty and our boy, the fourth member of JOO.
They call me L Boogie.
What's going on,
What's
L
happening?
Boogie?
Hey, first of all, y'all do realize that this is the year that we celebrate the 50th anniversary of hip hop. I just want y'all to know that.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. 50
That's what's
years
up.
of the
50 years of hip hop.
HIP.
Yes.
Happy birthday, happy anniversary to hip hop.
Hip hop.
Yes, indeed.
That's what's up.
I said the hip hop. No, I'm not.
Come on now.
I'm not.
That's your flow for the day.
That's
No.
your flow for the day.
Look, I gotta warm up, man. It's been a rough one.
So listen, today we are acknowledging, not celebrating, acknowledging Mental Health Awareness Month.
Right,
So
right,
in
right.
the vein of acknowledging Mental Health Awareness Month and things that people struggle with on a daily that either they're talking about or not talking about, we're going to discuss today how to keep your peace.
How to
keep-
protect your peace.
Yes,
Okay.
we got the at least give some advice and some guidance on protecting your peace, because I truly believe that when your peace is in jeopardy, that's the first way that can jeopardize your mental health.
For sure. It's a real thing.
So this might get a little heavy today, and for that I will apologize. However, mental health issues are real. We are losing people every day because of it. And if I can use my platform to be a beacon of light for anybody, or, you know, help somebody through anything or whatever the case may be, my dude, or whatever the case may be, I want to be able to, when I die, go tell the big guy, like, hey, I did what I could.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to discuss today, how to protect your peace in a world full of chaos. We coming off of a pandemic, you know, heading into what they say is a recession. I don't believe in recessions.
We lost Tina Turner today.
Man, listen.
Man. Shout out
What's
to the
Love Got
queen,
to Do
man.
with it is
Come
one of
on,
my
man.
favorite
Come on,
movies
man.
of all time.
For sure.
So, like, it's just
I
a
got,
lot.
I got to share that with. I got that message from my 12-year-old daughter today. She shot me a text. Yo, Dad.
Really? The queen, man. The queen.
Tina Turner. You know, shout out. You know, rest in peace. We all love her.
Yeah, for sure. So we're, like I said, we're gonna just deep dive into how to protect your peace today. So y'all ready, fellas?
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win.
Man, I absolutely love that intro.
I love it. I love it. I just came here to win.
Absolutely love that intro.
No question.
So before we get started, L Boogie, what you got us sipping on tonight?
Oh man, I got my main man, Victor Harvey. Victor Harvey owns Fort Mose and Victor George whiskey. I'm sorry, Fort Mose whiskey, bourbon. Which Fort Mose, for those who don't know, is the first free African American city in Florida. Right, so that's what that bottle represents. That just came to Michigan. We got into Michigan, I think, a couple months ago.
Okay.
So, you know, we celebrating his journey, and it's great whiskey.
Yeah,
It is.
And we mixing that with Hella products. Hella is one of our sponsors for Taste of Black Spirits Brooklyn. We'll get into that. This is our old fashioned mixed with Detroit's own cherry, apple. This is our favorite because everybody looking at us smiling.
Yes.
And we dropped a little.
The
We dropped a
Nickies.
little Hella ginger bitters in there too. So we feeling
yeah.
good.
That's-
Shout out to
it's
Ty,
definitely
wherever
good.
you at, Ty. See you next time, brother. We see you next
Right.
time.
You know,
I'm
Ty-
holding it down. I got you though. I got you.
Ty decided to go lay on an island, and I mean, I ain't mad at that.
Well, that's what Ty do.
I mean, I ain't mad at that, but you know, happy Memorial Day, whatever he doing.
But I got him. I'm holding the seat down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, when Ty's away
Or Mike's away.
Right.
Or Robin's away.
or anybody's away.
We don't all took
We
turns.
find a way, right?
I'll just be like, look, here's my request for my days off. They
My
be
Wednesday
getting
off.
denied. Yeah, they get denied.
Oh, I be denying the heck out of time off requests.
Then I
Yeah, denied.
Shoot me a text message. I'll be like, you better have your butt in that studio at 6 o'clock.
and bring some ice.
Right. Make sure you got some ice.
You gotta come. You gotta bring the ice.
Oh yeah,
gotta show
absolutely. Gotta show up. So again, we talking about the mental health awareness and how to protect your peace. But y'all know what time it is. Before we even get started, before we go any further, y'all know what time it is. It's time for y'all to like, follow, share, subscribe.
I'm rusty, but go ahead.
You rusty?
I'm rusty. I'm
You
telling
rusty?
right now. I'm
First, let me say this. I missed y'all.
Oh,
I just wanted to say that.
we
That's
missed you
what y'all-
too,
that's
L
what y'all
I
Boogie.
missed y'all. I missed y'all.
Hit that beat, Mike.
There we go. Yo, back like I never left.
R&B, share the page.
Right. Yo, shout out to everybody that's watching, everybody that's looking. Y'all know how we get down. Here we go. Off the top. Listen, it's Robert, Mike, and Ty, and Lazar. Everybody know we rocking like superstars. Off the top of the dome, leave me alone. Everybody know we smoking homegrown. Oh, you know So you gotta share the page, you gotta like and subscribe. Everybody just give me a high five. That's off the top. We rocking around the clock, we don't stop. So you know what you gotta do. Just share the page for me and my crew. Share the page.
Oh.
Okay, Mike.
Mike Jones with them bars.
Okay, boy, he had to.
You see how he talking about I'm rusty.
I'm rusty, man.
I'm rusty.
Throat.
He came over here with the Hove energy talking about he rusty. You hear that?
Rusty, man.
That's how you represent
That's
the anniversary of
That's
hip hop,
That's
Mike.
right, baby. That's right.
That's how you represent the anniversary of hip hop. That's what I'm talking about.
I like that.
So L, I know we got Taste of Black Spirits Brooklyn coming up. Tell me about it, bruh.
Man, Taste of Black Spirits Brooklyn. We got some heavy hitters on this one. Okay. So we got Liquid June 29th, Taste of Black Spirits June 30th. So June 29th, we got Brooklyn's own Vanessa Braxton.
Shout out.
We got Jackie Summers. So Jackie Summers is the first black person in the United States to be able to produce liquor. Period.
Oh wow.
Right?
That's big.
Jack from Brooklyn is his distillery out in Brooklyn. He's on our panel. We got we went through you know where we went. Yeah. We got Happy Cork, Sunshine. She's on the panel. We got myself, of course. I'm spitting it this time too.
Oh yeah, we need that.
Yeah, and we got April Ford out of She's a Finance Guru out of Texas, and we got somebody flying over from London. Cheryl White. She owns OTC Ginger Beer and Beverages, so it's gonna be top flight.
Oh, that's what's up.
We got 50 brands representing Hip Hop 50.
Okay.
We doing hip hop cocktails.
Okay.
I got one called Crush Crew. Get ready for that.
I need that.
Okay.
Come on, killing with that. I'm killing you with that.
Okay.
So we got a lot going on. It's June 29th and June 30th in Brooklyn.
NBK.
Brooklyn.
What Brooklyn?
So yeah, it's gonna be hot.
Oh, I'm excited.
Get y'all tickets now. I'm telling you, if y'all coming from Detroit, she just looked up the room. She did not like that, but crew up. You know how we do when we from Detroit. You know we crew up. Come on, crew up and let's go.
Let's go bring this.
I got work to do, so I'm gonna have to make it happen. So make sure y'all come kick it with us. Taste the Black Spirits Brooklyn. Any of my girls that's watching, y'all want to go to New York? Let's go.
And let me say this. So they don't know. So I'm telling them right now. So y'all got a room, right? This whole private room inside of Taste the Black Spirits where y'all got these couches, these sexy tables. It's the JOO Lounge.
Oh.
Okay, it's gonna be.
Are we doing the JOO
announcing that
cocktails
right
in the lounge?
Whatever your favorite is, all hip hop. So whatever your favorite hip hop artist is, that's what we doing in the JOO.
So our JOO cocktails.
Yes.
You know, our signature JOO cocktails. Do we have our JOO?
Yeah,
can we have our
come on.
JOO
Yeah,
cocktails
of
in the
course.
JOO lounge?
Of course.
Man, I'm so excited. It is going down.
Get ready to do
in
50
Brooklyn.
interviews though.
Oh
Just
yeah,
so you know.
absolutely, absolutely. It's gonna be a long night, but I'm
it's
excited.
gonna be a long night.
I'm excited.
We got somebody coming over from Grenada.
Tomato.
Yeah, so we got people coming from everywhere.
This is gonna be good.
It's just gonna be dope. We get into it. Let's get
I'm
into
excited. I'm excited. So, Taste of Black Spirits, June 29th and 30th.
Yes.
Brooklyn, New York. Make sure y'all check out the rooms. If y'all need any information, y'all can hit up Eventbrite, Taste of Black Spirits, Black Spirits Legacy on social media, or you can inbox us and we'll make sure we get the information that you guys are looking for. So hit our DMs, inbox us, whatever you need to do to get the information for Taste of Black Spirits Brooklyn, because it is going down.
Don't miss it.
Going down. Y'all don't want to miss that.
Don't want to miss that.
So
yes.
After we leave Brooklyn, is there another Taste of Black Spirits coming back to Michigan?
Yes. So it's September 9/29. Most people don't know what that day is. Don't worry about it. Don't mention it. Just don't worry about it. So Taste of Black Spirits Detroit, in which will be an ongoing for September. So it's called the Cocktail Concierge. Mm-hmm. So we got 12 different African American
Birthday banging.
Yeah, for sure. we got 12. We put in 12 mobile bar mixologists. So we got them hosting the whole space. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
So
Big
listen,
things. Never
yeah,
the
big
same
things,
experience.
big
It
things
just
for Taste of
gets
Black
better and
Spirits.
better.
And one thing that I can't say about Taste of Black Spirits, you can't say, "Oh, I went to one, so I know what it's like." I literally, Taste of Black Spirits changes
Elevation.
every event. It evolves every event. I'm so excited every time I get ready to do a Taste of Black Spirits. Like when I'm leading up to, when I get to about 7 days out, like my mindset has to shift. Like I tell my husband that all the time. Like, no, I got to get in a space. Like my mental space has to shift for Taste of Black Spirits. And for a couple different reasons. One, I know the job that I'm going there to do, but because this my boy, because this my best friend, he has a tendency to throw stuff at me on that weekend. You know what I'm saying?
It's called alley-oop. It ain't no but alley-oops.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a
He be
lot.
like, hey, Robin out there, go tell Robin to
Take the shot.
Right. Go tell Robin, you know what I'm saying? I need her to take that shot. And
Take the
look,
shot.
and I'll be ready. Like, be ready to take the shot. So my mindset has to be different for Taste of Black
Stay
Spirits.
ready
so I
so you don't
always
have
have
to
to,
get ready.
Yeah.
you know, that 7 days out is usually when I'm like, okay,
Yeah, and
game time.
we got to understand, like, this is the first time we took Taste of Black Spirits out of Detroit.
Right.
And we get a lot of love from Brooklyn. Let's be clear, we get a lot of love, but that's still a lot of work, right? To
For
be
sure.
able to produce something in another
And you're not
city.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not there every day. You know, you're not on the ground every day. But shout out to Jason from Den of Thieves. Shout out to Zaire. Shout out to a lot of cats out there. Naira. A lot of people really pushing the agenda
for
for us.
sure.
Jeff, everybody, Pronghorn, everybody's really,
That's
they're
what's
really
up.
involved. So
Yeah.
it's really great out there.
And it's us.
And it's us.
And it's us.
All black everything.
It's us.
That's what's up. All right, so now that we got the business going, and y'all know where we gonna be, and y'all know how to find us, y'all know how to travel with us. I just want to dive into something a little deep and a little more serious for this episode. Because in full transparency, one of the reasons why this topic really hit home for me is because since about January, I've been struggling. Like, I'm talking real life struggling. And it's something that's new for me. You know, I'm so used to, I got this. I got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, brush it off. I got this. Let that go. I got this. But for whatever reason, and I know it ain't nothing but the devil, but for whatever reason, since January, I've been struggling, and I've been getting phone calls and people like, dude, you okay? And I heard you called Mike, and like, you know, I don't want to bother her, but is she okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, just in full transparency, this not just something that we're going to, you know, that we wanted to just sit down and preach at you all about and talk to you all about. This is more therapy and us being able to have a conversation. And I wanted to put that disclaimer out there because I need y'all in the comments. Like, I need y'all to encourage me, and I encourage y'all, and we encourage y'all, and y'all encourage us, and so we can really just do some healing by the time this hour is up and we walk away from this
Yeah,
table.
for sure. I mean, I think you hit a couple points real out the gate that's very important. When it comes to the topic, you said, I know what it is. It's the devil. You know, I know what it is. And then you also said, hey, I need everybody. So once you recognize what it is, and you know that you can lean and depend on your brother or your sister next to you, that's what we need to begin the healing, and then being vocal about it.
Absolutely.
So it's like a lot of
Don't
times,
struggle in silence.
right? So a lot of times, and me myself, that's like I'm the biggest person that will sit in silence and deal with it. So everybody has they mechanisms of how they deal with stress, trauma, hardship, anything that you got going on. And a person like me, like, I'm not the person to just sit up in front of a professional and talk. So that's one thing that I
Oh yeah, you're the anti-therapy.
yeah,
one.
like I just don't have it in me to do that. So that's one thing that I throw a lot of stuff in my backpack. But I think the key to what you just said was recognizing what it is. So recognizing that there is something going on with you yourself, because a lot of people don't understand, or a lot of people are in denial. They don't know.
Absolutely.
That's,
Absolutely.
I mean, so recognition to me is like top of the list, because before we can talk about something, we have to recognize
or
that
before
there's
we
some,
can, even when you, like, everybody joke around about the steps to recovery, but that's some real stuff. But the number one step to any recovery, whether it's an alcohol addiction, whether it's depression, regardless to what, a drug addiction, whatever the case may be, the first step to any recovery is admitting that there is a problem.
right,
Facts,
recognition.
facts,
Yep, for
facts.
sure.
Facts. I think for me, I'm actually on the other side of that fence. and it took a long time to get there. Obviously, yes, you have to recognize what it is. You also have to recognize what you contributing to it, right?
Yeah.
What you're listening to, who you're listening to, what you're taking in. Because one thing for sure, the brain is so powerful, it will elevate you or take you all the way down, depending on what you feed it, right?
True.
So and what I mean by feed it, those folks around you, taking in other people's energy, because again, Rodman, you want to take care of everybody, but you're also receiving all that negativity, that
Facts.
chaos, whatever it is.
Facts.
You're holding on to that, and you're holding on to that because you I understand it because I'm number 7. I'm holding these up and pulling these up, so I understand that kind of responsibility that we put on ourselves, right? So you have to figure out. For me, it took me to be like, okay, focus, and that sounds simple. Sounds simple enough, but it's not, right? Sounds simple. Oh, focus. Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like
right?
with the
like
eyes?
literally, you have to remove all the noise from around you, no matter who it is, no matter what it is, and then remove yourself from the circumstance, the situation, or even the space or place. You really have to sit by yourself, find out who you are on your higher self, because you know who you are as you grow. You know what you're doing as you grow. You know who you're doing it with. You know why you're doing it. But at the same time, sometimes you don't realize until it just boils over. Like, damn, what is all this on me?
Right.
Yeah, and that's
why
when
am I
it's usually
carrying
too
all
late.
this?
That's when it's usually too late. When you, I always use the backpack analogy. Like, it's only so much stuff you can throw back there, man, before you be like, listen, hold on, I can't move forward because this backpack, I cannot move forward because it's too much in here. I got to start unloading some stuff. And usually what happens? We wait till the backpack is too full, and now we're ready to just take the whole backpack off and throw it somewhere. Well, you throwing all this stuff at one person or one situation, and all it took was just a little. You ain't got no more room.
You got to put your.
You ain't got no more room. So it'd be the littlest thing. You're like, man, why that person tripping over just that? Well, look.
You don't never know when somebody backpack full.
Right.
You never know when somebody backpack full.
You be like, man, well,
that wasn't even that serious.
wasn't
No,
that
that was
serious.
just the last thing.
That was it.
That was that last thing.
That was the tilt, right?
It's so funny because me and Rachel is my best friend, been my best friend since we was little girls. And one of the things we used to say all the time is you need to be nice to everybody you come in contact with because you never know when that person is on their last straw. Like you never know. You don't know what people carrying around. And you could be just a person that cut them off in traffic, but they done dealt with so much and they're finally on that last straw, and now you become the receiver of all of that they holding. And I wanted to address something because you said something that was really powerful, and it's something that I like in my tears over the past 5 months that I've been kind of crying out and saying. I've been talking, and I've been, I do believe in therapy. I'm a firm believer in therapy, prayer, therapy, just walking away for a minute. It's a lot of different things that just for me I'm praying works because I'm going through right now. But you said something that is really something that I've been dealing with, and it's the who saves the hero. I have, and one of the issues that I'm running into right now is I have so many people unloading on me. I'm figuring out so many people's problems. I'm figuring out how to make so many people's lives better. And, every time something happens, I get that call and I get that energy. Every time, somebody's bottom fall out, I get that call and I get that energy. Every time somebody having issues, it shows up at my door and I get that call and I get that energy. And up until recently, I didn't have the just hell no portion of it, and I was just absorbing everybody's problems and everybody's energy and everybody's issues. And I sat in my car in my garage one day just bawling, crying, and Mike came outside like, cuz you good? And I'm like, who saves the hero?
Yeah, I mean that's a real thing, man. Like if you think about the pressure of a superhero, we look at it for all its glitz and glamour, like, oh, you got superpowers, you can do this, you can do that. But he's literally trying to save the world. Right? And so, like, that's a whole lot of pressure, because if something don't go right, they like,
it's my fault. It's my fault if it goes.
Yeah,
I get the glory if it goes good, but I get the blame if it goes bad. But this wasn't my problem to begin with.
But because you fit, because you in that role, and we have to be careful with that, because a lot of times we are comfortable in that role up until it's just too much.
Yeah.
Right.
You try to take on so much. Like, it's a lot of people that are in that position. They're like, I'm a sounding board for this person. I'm a sounding board for this person. Call me. Let's talk. This, that, and the other. And then you absorb that energy. But it's like, wait a minute. When do I get time to handle my own situation?
I feel like
so
affairs? Many people. I'm sorry. I feel like so many people's success is on my back right now.
Well, you gotta adjust your nose. You gotta put weight on your nose. You know what I'm saying? Put weight. Make your nose heavy. I mean, but when you say no, make it heavy and be okay with that. Because if you say no to whomever it is, they're going to do whatever they're going to do anyway. They're really just looking for your confirmation. They really just, I need Robin to sign off on this. No, you don't.
Right.
You need if you're going to do it, you're going to do it. I don't need the weight, because the person going to bring you the weight and they're going to tell you the whole story when your solution is like this.
Right.
So let them run their lap. And you put weight on your nose. My nose is heavy. My nose is about 500 pounds.
And I said no.
I said no.
And what's crazy is, it's funny though, because I can give the best advice ever.
Of course.
You know, I tell people all the time, the word no is a full sentence.
Right.
And I tell people that all the time. Like, and people have come to me like, Robin, that helped me so much. And you are absolutely right. I don't owe, because I tell you don't owe anybody an explanation for the word no.
But compassion
plays a
part in
full
that
sentence. However, I can give that advice and lead people in that, but I have a problem with no. And I've had things happen even within the past, I'll say few days, where even after my no, I felt like the a-hole in the situation. And I know I wasn't wrong. However, I'm still like, was I the asshole?
You have to understand.
I know what that feels like.
Yeah, but you have to understand this. Like, for me, being able to say no, you have to understand being told no too. Like, it's a two-way street. And so, like, when things, and it ain't just somebody saying no to you. It's like what you thought in your mind, how this person was supposed to handle something or carry out something. That's them saying no to your advice. You got to be okay with, okay, I gave the advice. They said no.
I was that guy. I was that person who, again, I've been there. I understand it. I had 13 brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? I'm like, I got 13 brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting asked for something
all the time.
Be it just conversation, be it ideas, be it whatever. I'm all the time. I had to realize, like, yo, you are moving. They're just idealing. They got ideas to move. You're moving. So if you stop and listen to the idea, and you know that their idea or thought is not going to move, it just set you back. And before because
you stopped running,
because I stopped moving. I got off of my road to listen to you, and you took however much time you took out of whatever my time is, whatever was going on with me, you took that, and I knew it. I'm like, damn, they're not gonna do nothing with that, but I'm listening. Because that's how we're made up. We're going to listen because we're problem solvers, right? But I mean, just naturally problem solvers. And like, you want to solve the problem, but at the same time, you got to realize when you're trying to solve a problem that you can't solve, you're taking the weight.
Right.
Absolutely.
And
because now you're stressing about it. Because now you're stressing about it.
Now you're stressing about it.
Because you don't understand why you can't solve that problem. I solve every other problem. Why can't I figure this out?
Right. And then not and within the same sentence in the conversation, you also hear them say, I ain't really sure. But you bypass that. Now, they didn't already told you, I really ain't going to do this. I really just wasted your time. But you bypass that because now Now it's been alley-oop to your thinking, and your thinking creates.
Right.
Because your thinking creates, not an occupied a spot in your head.
So, and you want to know another thing that another problem people run into, and I want to make this kind of general. You guys know I don't mind being transparent, but just to help everybody, I want to make this real general. Another problem people run into is throwing money at problems, and I'm guilty. I'm guilty, and it's quite honestly, it's one of the reasons why people come to me. And I know that. I've acknowledged that at this point. One of the reasons people come to me is because they know that not only do I have the ways, I also have the means.
Throw a stack at it, huh?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not only do I have the ways, I have the means. So people will come to me with their problems, waiting on me to throw a stack at it. You know what I'm saying? And then have the audacity, the mitigated gall to get pissed when I don't throw a stack at it.
Well, I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna challenge you on this. That environment was created by whom?
Me.
Okay.
Me.
Okay, so I'm speaking to that because I've noticed with my own dealings, and I don't have the stacks to throw at people, but I have the conversation.
That's a stack
that can help somebody, and it's like. Every time I find myself in that position, and it's been a number of years that it's been like that, I started to step away and not answer the first phone call. What are you gonna do if you can't get me? Let me see how you gonna handle this if I don't answer.
Right.
And that's protecting. That's protecting your energy.
Protecting your peace. So then I'm concerned about this person or these people, but I just want.
I don't want to be your first line of defense.
Right. So I'm a watch from a vantage point that I'm still looking out for you because I love you. Because if I didn't love you and I didn't care, what you say was going one ear and out the other, and I wouldn't care. But I can't be that every single time.
It's so funny that you mention that because, I got a team that work for me at work, right? And when I'm actually, just checking out and go take a vacation or something like that, I tell them don't call me unless the building is on fire. And even if the building is on fire, you need to call the fire. You need to call 911 first.
Right. Yeah,
And that's kind of what you're saying about the family. Don't call me unless it's a real fire. But even if it is, figure out how to put it out first. You know what I'm saying? Figure out how to manage the fire first. I don't need to be your first line of defense. You need to figure that out a little bit on your own.
I learned this and I hated it, and it was just oh my God, I cringed, but I got it. My ex told me in her position, she was I said, well, why you just don't tell them X, Y, and Z is not going to work?
Because they don't learn.
They said this is exactly what she told me. She said, I tell them like this. Don't come to me with a problem without a solution.
Right.
Exactly.
Don't come to me and telling me what you can't do, what this, that, without having a solution in mind. So think about that before you come to me.
So what do you want? So what are you going to do about it? Because
I thought about that for a minute. I was like, yeah, that's
the honest to God truth.
I had to give it up to her. I was like, that's how you maintain.
Because one of the other things is, and we can just even go to for me with my girls. My girls will call me with problems about their husbands. Literally, girl, I'm so tired. Girl, he done did this. Girl, he done did that. And one of my friends, love her with everything in me. She probably watching the show. Love her with everything in me. But she told me one day, I stopped calling you. And I said, well, what do you mean? She was like, no, just about everything. I stopped calling you because you looked me she must have called me on one of my days and looked me in my face I don't want to hear that no more. Unless you're going to do something about it, don't call me.
That's facts.
Right.
That's facts.
Stop unloading that on me.
Learn how to shoot the three.
Listen, stop unloading that on me if you're not going to do anything about it. And then we got to stop accepting it, right? Absolutely.
So again,
that's the thing that I think go ahead.
What we trying to figure, how do you protect that, right? Let's get some thoughts about how to protect yourself from those things, because those things are going to happen, right? It's really how you respond to it, and your response either opening it up, breaking you down, was cuss. Y'all been cussing.
Yeah. So you got 5 or 6.
I got 5 words to use at some point.
5 good curse words.
5 good cuss words to go.
Right. Look, even the score.
Or you can allow them to continue to do that. So we have to, you people have to stop it somewhere. At some point, you just have to you know what? Let me think about me. Let me think about my mind.
that's not
and my health.
That's
right?
not selfish.
Because you know yourself. You know what you're going to take
That's
on.
not
You know
selfish.
the type of person you are.
Right.
You know, I'm going to try to help this person. You got 20.
But
you know.
so El, how do you draw that line? Because that's what, like you said, that's what we're talking about today.
Right.
We're trying to help people protect their peace, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We're trying to help people to kind of shift their mindset a little bit to protect your sanity,
Yeah.
you know, because we got people leaving here every day for carrying too much.
I'll give you a perfect example for me. Like my nephews, these grown, so these grown nephews I'm talking about, right? If I'm somewhere and it's literally my sister got married a couple months ago, I'm there. I have a plan. Y'all know I don't hang out late. Y'all know me. All right.
Don't
I have a plan, right? I have a plan. My nephew came to me like, "Hey, Unc, I need you to take me home." I'm like, "Where's home?" He's like, I was like, "Oh no, that ain't in the plan. Jump in that Uber, player."
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And mean it and don't have no problem saying it.
with that.
But before, nephew, I gotta take him.
Right.
Anything for me, I gotta get home every day.
Right.
Ain't nothing gonna get in my way of getting home to my daughter and my wife. Nothing.
Facts.
Right.
So if that's going to detour me and it's not in my plan already, yeah, here goes some money. Go and get in that Uber.
Right.
I'll see you later. I have no problem
And
saying
check out the dynamic of that, because I want to break that down. He didn't dismiss him like he didn't care. Here's the care. Here's some money. I can't do what you asked me to do, but let me do something. Now that person probably like, well, dang, now I got to get an Uber. This and that. What was you gonna do if I wasn't here?
What was you gonna do?
What was you gonna do if I wasn't?
You was gonna
in
get
there?
home.
You was gonna get home.
So here you
way.
go.
So here you go. I'm good. I'm going on about my plan because he's still thinking about himself. And I think that's where we begin to talk about the conversation of protecting your peace. Learn how to back out of a situation and be okay with backing out of that situation, irregardless of how you feel about, I care about this person, this, that, and the other. But you have to begin to put yourself in a position to think about what you have going on and what you have at stake. Because if I burn myself out,
I'm no good for my family.
I'm no good
Right.
for
I'm no
who
good for
I
my
need
I'm
to
no
be
good for my
for.
household, right?
Right. If I burn myself up and burn myself out trying to handle everything else, what do I have left for the home front?
Right.
And that goes. I know we don't do political, but that just goes in a whole nother direction.
Yeah. Because I mean,
Take care of home first.
you got to.
Take care of home first, and then
Because anything can happen.
Yeah, for sure.
You start doing things outside of your square, right?
Facts.
I'm not regular. I'm not a regular person, right? I'm gonna say that's facts. I do 1,000 things a day,
Right.
and I can't, because you want something. I'm like, yeah, I can't give that to you. No matter what, I
Right.
can't give that to you because it don't align. It don't take me
Right.
home. You know what I mean?
Right, for
It's
sure.
in a million things come through my mind. Like, oh wait, I gotta go where? Oh, nope. I'm not even asking those questions.
Right.
The answer is no. Here you go. See you later. And if you grown, which he was,
Right.
he almost got figure it out.
Right. And I think the second part of that is align yourself with like-minded individuals.
Absolutely.
Like align yourself with somebody that's on the same wavelength as you. And it's difficult to find, but it's people out there that are going through the same thing that you are going through or something similar, to where they don't want nothing from you. You don't need nothing from them. And they're not Mr. Me Too and you, because I can't stand them people either. You call them, you say, listen, I need to unpack, I need to unwind, and they turn it around and make it all about them.
Man, listen.
That is not a good form of therapy. And if you that person, I'm talking about you. Stop doing that.
Stop doing that.
If somebody call you, I can understand being able to relate, but don't take it over and now it's all about you.
Girl, I went through that
Yeah,
about 3 years ago.
and now the
when
whole
my
story-
ex-husband
yeah,
Charles,
like,
and you
listen,
sitting there going, how did we
Say my
start
ex-husband
talking
was
about
Charles.
you?
Like
Was
this,
Charles.
I called you.
How did we start talking
I
about
called
you?
So if you listen, don't please.
Child, listen.
If you call yourself any type of friend, don't do that.
Please don't do that.
Stop being
Just
a
listen. Just
Be a
listen.
sounder. And I think I do a good job. I mean, people call me all the time and be like, I be silent for like I give them like, I let them know I'm listening. I've experienced that. These are my words. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I don't take over. I'm like, okay. Yep. And they may be like, well, you're not giving me much, but I'm like, no, I'm listening to you because obviously you need to make some room in your backpack. You need
and
to
maybe
unload,
talking that out, get that out your backpack.
And so then if you need somebody to emphasize with you at the end, I'll say, you know what? Based on what you told me, this is what I experienced.
Based on what you
we
told
trade
me.
notes, and then you can say, well, how did you handle that? This is what I did. I'm not saying that's what you should do,
Right.
but this is how I
Just my
handled
opinion.
it.
This is my
This
opinion.
is my opinion.
This is my JOO.
So
Tagline.
listen.
Tagline.
One of the things that I've noticed that's going on a lot with people lately, and it's the backpack. It's the backpack, but it's the Hawk version of the backpack. Like, I don't know if y'all watch the news, y'all hear stuff every day. People are just becoming angrier and angrier.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people, I don't know whether people are compartmentalizing too much, and they're compartmentalizing to the point of insanity. We already know that demonic activity is at a all-time high.
Yeah.
You know, devil worshipers and satanic people used to do stuff in the basement, and they used to hide, and you know what I'm saying, we used to hear
They
about
do
it in
it
the
out
dark.
in
They
the
in the
street.
streets, they on award shows, it is bold out here right now.
For sure.
It is bold out here right now. Which causes, and even the Bible talks about, we don't fight against flesh and blood. You know what I'm saying? It's principalities, you know, evil spirits, evil rulers, dark places. This is the stuff we dealing with in real life in the world right now. But the backpack is becoming extreme now. And I'm talking even with me personally. Like, it goes from, you know the old saying, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Right.
And because I'm absorbing so much, and I'm packing so much in my backpack, and people are giving so much to me, and people are putting so much on my back. First of all, I want to say this very publicly for anybody that gets offended from this day forward because Robin won't let you throw your bullshit in her backpack.
That's a word.
Robin had, yes, it's a curse word. You get one.
I got 2 more. That's 7.
Robin has 2 small kids. Robin has a husband. Robin is in school full time. Robin runs a staffing branch, and I'm working and got people that work for me. I don't get to just go and punch a clock like a lot of people do. Like, I got people on my head every day. Everybody needs something.
Right.
Everybody needs something. Everybody wants something. Everybody want my time. Robin has JOO, and this is my baby. This is, I am birthing a child right now. You know what I'm saying? I am freaking in labor right now.
Devon know about that?
He do.
Okay.
I am birthing a child right now. And, just watching how JOO is going and the things that we are stepping into, and, this Taste of Black Spirits thing that was just such a blessing to us starting out, and, exposure and just everything. I am birthing a child right now. And then on top of all of that, I got my family throwing stuff at me. My kids, it's always something, it's just, I'm full.
So
I am 100% full. So when you throw something else and try and throw something else, my spark turns into a flame, and my flame turns into a fire, and that fire can consume a block after a while. And you'll be like, well, why Robin so hostile?
Well, let me address this, and this is not just direct towards a Robin situation. This is everybody situation. The request that you asking, as far as everybody to recognize everything that you just listed, everything that you just ran down, a person that don't know an individual and what they got going through may not know all of these things that you got going on.
But that's the thing. The people throwing stuff at me know it.
But okay,
they know.
But so here's the request. Here's the request. It's not about running down what everything Robin got. Respect me as an individual. As an individual person who has a life that does not include absorbing everything that you got going on, and respect that as to not be selfish, because that's just life. Like, I'm not going to, for me, I'm not the person to place a burden on someone else. a lot of people, a lot of times be like, for me, be like, dude, why you don't ask? Why
do you just ask?
Why didn't you just ask? I know I can ask. I know who I can go. I'm only going to pull that card if my back is against the wall.
Right.
Because for me, I respect you.
I wish everybody felt that way.
I respect you.
I ain't lying though.
No, I'm for real.
I asked Mike that. Nigga, what?
Why you ain't just ask? Why you just call me?
Right. I respect you as an individual to not put my burdens on you. If I need you and I know you solid and I know I could come to you, that's when you know for real, like Mike really needs
But that
you.
also puts you in a situation with somebody like that where when they do call, you moving mountains now. Like I know for 100% fact, L, if I called you and said, L, I need you.
But I'd rather be that person.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather be that person.
Oh, absolutely.
Than the
But
person
what-
that's like, oh my God, every time
But
something
that's
go
exactly
wrong,
that's
this
exactly
person
what I'm
calling
saying.
me.
That was the point
That's
I'm
what I'm
getting
saying,
to.
yeah.
Like if I called you and said, look, listen, my back against the wall, my dog, I need you. You know for 100% fact, first of all, it took everything.
Everything in
me.
your soul.
Everything.
took all.
Everything I
In your
had.
soul. You done killed 3 niggas. And
Seriously. I done cried. I done committed murder. I done did all kind of stuff.
Empty
And now,
the lake everywhere.
and now I'm finally like, okay,
Yeah.
okay, I need to make this call now. You
But
know,
see, a lot of people, Robin,
but
are
a
not
lot of
like
people,
that.
instead of getting to my back against the wall and you my last resort, you be their first line of defense.
I'm gonna tell y'all something though.
up?
The thing about everything we saying, everything y'all saying, we have a decision though. We have a choice to not catch it. Don't put your hand out and catch that stuff, right? Duck it. Don't catch it. Move away from it.
Floyd Mayweather
because it
that
ain't
thing.
yours.
It's
Right.
And I know
Right.
it's a difficult thing because we think these people supposed to respond the way they think. Hey, I wouldn't do that to you, but that's you, not them.
Right.
So you have to
Stop
like,
expecting you from other people.
right. Stop. Exactly.
Stop
doing
expecting
that.
you from other
You
people.
have, and that's something you have to learn and then unlearn and then learn and learn and learn and learn because people are gonna throw stuff at you all day. Footballs, basketballs, baseballs, hockey pucks, everything. You just gotta move out the way. This ain't my game.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
Not
play
my
that.
circus, not my
Not
monkey.
my circus. No, thank you. You keep that. Oh, I
Right.
didn't even see that. Oh, I didn't pay that attention. Oh, you didn't call me back. Didn't see your number.
Right.
Even if I saw your number, I don't know who this calling. I
So-
don't know.
Right.
Right.
So
That's
because I don't give you my energy, now I'm in control.
Stop giving people
Right.
your access
Stop
to you.
giving.
Right.
Stop. Put your
Stop.
access
Yes.
on a budget.
right.
Yes.
Bottom
I like
line.
that. I like
I
that.
Put
like
your access
that.
on a budget.
Put y'all hear that?
Put your
Put your access
budget.
on a
And
budget.
yeah,
Stop
it's-
giving everybody access
right,
to you.
Right. I saw and you know like some of the stuff he say I don't agree, but Steve Harvey was right on this one. Dude said when he got his money, when he came into his money, everybody in his family was coming at him.
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody was coming at him. Let me do this. I need to do this. That, and that. And he said, I would let it intentionally go to voicemail to see. I answer it because you my family on like the third time around. By that third time around, okay, now we can have a conversation because I know for sure you ain't got, but
No, make
stop
you figure that out.
Yeah.
Make you
I'ma
figure that out.
and you have to be
And
okay with
I'm
that.
going to address this only because it's all in the comments. So I'm going to address it because it's in the comments. I was not going to address this, but because it's in the comments, you bring it to my show, you put it in my comments, I'm going to address it now. I had a situation last night with a family member, and I didn't even responded. I didn't say nothing. I literally looked and was like, I'm going to bed. Because I can't get at my energy. I cannot give that my energy. But everybody knew what the hell I meant. Everybody knew where I stood. And I didn't say nothing.
Right.
I looked around the room. I'm going to bed.
Night.
Y'all clear
Everybody
this up
go
by the
night-night.
time I wake up, though.
I'm sorry.
Y'all clear this up by the time I wake up, though.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? This better not be in my circle by the time I wake up. But I'm going to go to bed. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I say that to say, sometimes you just got to go to bed.
You do.
Just go to sleep.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
It is not. This is not for me. That does not align with my energy.
Period.
Let me go listen to my Summer Madness.
Yep.
Cool in the Game.
Yep.
Content for 5 hours. My wife understands. Like my wife, when she see me, when I have a long day and there's too much, being thrown at me, and I'm not talking about just too much conversation, too many ideas, too many thoughts, too many what people want to put on you. I'll go release it. I'll go release it. I'll listen and put my headphones on, or I'll play it throughout the house, and I'll release it because I know, again, you have to remind yourself. I'm constantly reminding myself, yeah, don't do that. Yeah, don't partake in that.
Right.
Yep.
Don't take that in. Don't listen to that. I got family members who call me if that conversation goes into a space where I don't want to hear. Like, yo, y'all know I don't talk about that. You have a good one.
Right.
Like, I don't have no problem stopping you,
Right.
because I can't take that in. Again, the more we take in that don't belong to us, again, the more heavier.
Protect your peace.
Yeah, I think one thing is you definitely have to have you have to treat every situation with a certain level. When I say that, I mean like this, like I'm not saying I'm going to be this way with every situation.
Right.
I'm going to treat it on a case by case scenario. And when you find yourself repeating the same things over and over and over again, you have to start to think, I advised you once, I advised you twice, I advised you 3 times. You keep doing the same thing. You're not listening. So what I'm wasting my time. Why am I doing that? Like why am I taking that energy in?
Because you ain't listening no way.
Because I'm wasting my time.
You want me to sit up and you gonna keep asking for my advice and then keep not listening to me?
That's insanity.
Why do you want me? I'm not about to sit up and I don't.
Right.
First of all, I don't have the patience to sit up and have all these conversations with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to waste my words having all these conversations with you. And then nothing irritates me more than a negative person. If you call me and every time you talk to me, it's about something negative. You are a energy succubus. You literally are walking around draining people's energy. You ain't nothing but somebody done left a light on in an abandoned building.
Right.
You just drawing freaking energy for no apparent damn reason.
Right. But I will caution this. That person needs somebody.
No, that person, you want to know what that person needs?
That person needs, hold on.
That person needs to call some type of hotline. That person needs to talk that through with somebody.
Right.
I know you're not a therapy person.
Right.
However, and I've said this numerous times on the show, your ass need counseling.
That was it. I'll say, let me not jumping on Mike's side, but therapy start within first though. So let's be clear on that.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. So,
but sometimes you can't handle that on your own.
And there are people who can't. And if you can't, then yeah, you want to talk to somebody. But first, you first be honest,
right?
Like, because I know people who took their information to a therapist and just nothing but lies. Like, dude, you did that.
Right.
You didn't tell not one truth. You know, like,
listen.
What are you doing?
Listen.
I'm
so glad you said that.
But see, that's the thing.
I'm so glad
and that's
you did.
one piece of the whole therapy thing that I'm not against it. Right. I'm definitely for if it works for you, it works for you. But
some people it definitely
works for
sure.
But you got to be willing to sit down at that table and tell the truth too.
Because
I know
most of the time
and be vulnerable for sure.
That's what I'm
for
saying.
Sure.
Most
I know
of the
somebody.
Time.
Most black men don't want to be vulnerable.
No,
keep it 100.
No,
that's a fact.
I know somebody that literally, I just don't think therapy is gonna work for this person. Truth of the matter is, I don't think it's gonna work. And the reason I don't think it's gonna work, I don't care if this person goes to therapy from now for the next 20 years, it's not gonna work. And the reason it's not gonna work is because this particular person can't acknowledge that they're wrong. And if you go to therapy and you sitting up talking to the therapist and you telling the therapist everything everybody else in the world done did, but you won't be open, honest, and vulnerable with your therapist. See, my therapist for real know that I need help. She know I need to be there because I be like, listen, I have thoughts
of not twice
breaking people's neck at least twice a day.
We'll see. Yeah,
Ma'am, listen. I be wanting I
See
be
this
thinking,
right here, what you doing?
Yeah.
I be thinking,
Rubbing the varnish on.
I be thinking about
That's where my hammer.
blowing people's tires out and watch their car drive off cliffs all the time,
The
ma'am.
views and opinions
Of this show.
of this show is directly on Robert.
But no.
like, okay, so like, I'm gonna say this. This is my little jewel. Like, okay, there is something to be said about when somebody comes to you or you having a conversation. There's always gonna be your truth and his truth, and then the truth.
It's 3 sides to every story.
It's three sides to every story. And that person that's telling their version of the truth, that's in their mind, that's their truth. Your version of the truth, that's your version of the truth. God only knows the truth about whatever the situation is. So your version of it and your version of it, telling that to a stranger,
However,
I just don't understand how they can say, okay,
however,
your version is right, your version is right. This and the
however,
others is like,
you have people that are more accepted of their flaws. And when you have people that are more accepting of their flaws, they will sit up and tell what they did in that. And it's hard to argue when I tell you, like, nah, I straight up broke everything in that room, and this is why I did it. Or I did XYZ, and this is why I did it.
Okay, but taking that point, so a therapist say, you did that because you got anger management issues.
And yeah, I probably do.
Okay, so then that now we keep on.
We are acknowledging this.
Yeah, but you keep that can keep on, and then the person that's sitting across from you, like, see, I told you.
I think more.
And it's just like for me, it's like once you get to that level, when you can sit up and say, because you know you angry. Everybody in this room know when they're angry. Mm-hmm. They know that, man, I overreacted. I shouldn't have done X, Y, and Z. That I went too far. Da da da. You don't need no therapist to tell you that you went too far. You know good and doggone well that you went too far. You lost control.
I think you looking at therapy as, oh, I'm going to tell you what your problem is, and that's not necessarily the thing with therapy.
Right.
The thing with therapy, especially for me, is it's not telling me what my problem is or her validating, what I think my problem is.
Right. It's
more of us having a conversation and being able to figure out why I react that way. Like not necessarily, no, I acknowledge that I react that way, but why did I react that way? I acknowledge that I might have anger issues, but why? Because it wasn't this situation. Right. Help me to figure out tools to start unpacking that stuff before I get to the point of flip the hell out, break stuff and burn this house down. Just having somebody to help me work through.
I kind of get it, but I've never seen nobody in the heat of being angry before they did what they did be like 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. What the hell is wrong with me? I've never seen nobody do that.
So first of all, you looking at therapy from a Hollywood standpoint, and that's not real.
What did he just say?
3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. What the hell is bothering me? Yeah, you looking at Hollywood. Listen, we got our doggone producer over there yelling at us, literally like I can't see you. Throwing hands up, like I can see. I can.
They no game
see
signs.
We need a part two.
However, the reason I was going a little further over is because we had all the promo stuff at the beginning, so we kind of owe our audience about 10 minutes because we had promo stuff at the beginning. So I knew what I was doing.
Okay.
I promise I did.
I want to say this. My mother, God rest her soul, she used to say to me, like, I used to go over there pissed, like, like such and such, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. She was like, you're not mad because you're just mad. You're mad because you're trying to prove them wrong. You want them to admit that they're wrong.
That's me.
When the fact remains, don't you know they wrong?
Yes.
You're not satisfied with
No,
just
I want them
knowing.
I want them to know they
That
wrong.
And she said,
That's
once
me.
you
wow, that's a jewel there.
once
Let
you
me hit some horns on
understand,
that. Hold on.
That's a jewel there.
it's a fact. 'Cause
That's
once
a jewel
once
there.
you understand that you know you're right,
Right.
stop trying to prove them or trying to make them
them
say
admit it.
and make them admit that you're right. You know you're right, and stop trying to prove them wrong, and you'll have a peaceful day.
You know what? It's so funny because we were doing the show a couple of weeks ago, and me and Ty hardly ever agree with each other. But one of the things we agreed on was, people don't want to be happy; they want to be right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like people, like you too busy wanting to be right in this relationship and in this argument than wanting to be happy, because happy is compromise. Happy is meeting in the middle. Happy is sometimes letting that shit go. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
there's another buzzword.
Happy is really y'all.
We just keeping count because I'm coming for
10
mine at
part
the end
two
of the
this.
month.
I'm hitting all 10 in a row.
I'm making notes, but go ahead.
Yeah, happy is sometimes bowing.
Yeah.
And that's something that in therapy I'm learning right now, because I have a hard time with the bow. I have a really hard time with because I know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. And I need you to admit you're wrong. Me and my husband argued for 4 days one day because I was like, no, I do not accept your apology until you actually tell me what you're apologizing for.
See?
And we argued for 4 days
But that's
because
just-
I literally was like, no, you are not just
That's
going to pacify me
unacceptable.
with an apology. You going to tell me what you're apologizing for, because I need to know that you was out of line. You know what I'm saying?
But why though? But why? Like that. See,
But that goes back to what I said, right?
like,
Because
listen.
that's how people are made up. Like I'm fighting this case, and I know that I got all the facts, I got all of the evidence against you, and you still saying that.
Right.
Like, why are you still saying that when I got all this against you? Because that person don't want to be proved wrong,
Right.
and that person may know that
they
person
wrong.
is
I
wrong.
have
Right.
mastered
In the situation.
Right. I have mastered the art of, if that's your truth, if that's how you feel, okay. Who am I to? And people be like, yo, you just nonchalant, you don't care. No, I don't care to battle you about how you feel about a situation.
Yeah,
That's how you feel.
That's how you feel.
That's how you feel.
And that's a good way to protect your peace.
Yeah,
I can't control it.
I'm in control. I know what in my mind that I would, if I were you in that position, and I love you enough to give you my advice, and that's where the buck draws. That's where it stops. I can lead the horse to the water. I cannot put his head down there and make him drink the water.
So, fellas, I know we're running out of time, but before we go, I really want to close this thing out with some resources.
Okay.
It's all easy for us to sit up and, in theory, tell people how to deal with mental health issues
Suggest.
suggest and give people our opinion on, how to deal with the issues that they're dealing with at home.
But they may need direction.
Sometimes they may need some direction or just somebody to talk to or whatever the case may be. So I would feel like we're doing them a disservice if we don't give some actual resources on how to handle mental health issues, or anybody, some resource on somebody you can call and contact if you are having thoughts of harming yourself or whatever the case may be, because I don't want to lose any of our friends, any of our fans, any of our family for
Facts.
the enemy being able to take your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So just a couple of things. One of the ways you can get some immediate assistance is you can call 211 on your phone. Just pick up your phone, any cell phone, and dial 211.
211.
And there are counselors ready to talk you through things, talk you down from things, or even just be a listening ear.
Okay.
211.
211.
Also, the state of Michigan has suicide, crisis, and emotional distress hotline. You can call 988 if you find yourself in a situation where you're battling with some depression, or you're thinking about harming yourself or harming others, or whatever the case may be. The state of Michigan, the National Institute of Health, is NIMH.gov, and you can dial 988. It's 24 hours confidential support to anybody suicidal and crisis or emotional distress. United Ways is 211. So that's through United Ways. And if you need assistance with long-term mental health resources, talking through a problem, or exploring mental health treatment options. Another thing that because I own an insurance agency, just so you know, a lot of you guys' medical insurance have different programs, EAP programs and things like that. So if you need a counselor, you need some type of mental health assistance, you can contact your insurance plan. No matter what insurance plan it is, every insurance plan has mental health counseling, and most of it is free mental health counseling and things like that through your insurance plan. So contact, and it doesn't matter what insurance plan, whether it's state insurance, whether it's Medicare, whether you get it through your job, no matter what it is, your insurance company can guide you to being able to get some help if you're in a crisis or having a mental health crisis. Last but not least, we talked a lot today about protecting your peace. That is probably the biggest thing that I can tell you. What did you say earlier about just giving people? You have to limit who you give access. Put your access on a budget.
Yep.
Put your access on a budget. Know that it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no. You cannot let people unload their problems on you, because after a while that weight becomes really, really heavy to bear. I am a witness. I am fighting every day to just unpack my book bag right now.
For sure. And I think that's solid for a good final thought. Only thing I have to add is that this right here, every day I'm okay.
He took that away from me because I was just getting ready to
every day.
I was going to hit him with the chest, though.
Yeah, every day I'm okay. People be like, why you wear these bands everywhere? This, that, because it's a constant reminder when I look down, you know,
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
No matter what I'm dealing
No
with.
matter what I'm going through,
I'm okay.
I'm okay. And I push on.
And I thank you for saying it, because that's how I got onto the other side. Like, I realized that, no matter what, that's not mine. You know, I'm okay every day. Like, I live that. If you ask 1,000 people, like, oh yeah, he lived that. Like, I live that because I lived through that.
Right.
I realized that, okay, in order to protect me, I have to understand, like, you need to empower yourself. You need to make yourself as powerful as you need to be for you, not just for folks who come towards me. Like, I tell people all the time, like, somebody asks me, like, well, how do you deal with negative energy? I said, it can't reach me. I'm here. Yeah. I'm vibrating too high for. By the time negative energy get to me, it dissolves. So I don't know nothing about that. Yep. Right. So I can share with people, like, to protect your energy, really be careful what you listen to. I'm talking about including
your eye gates, your ear gates.
Yeah,
protect that.
All of that.
Protect that.
All of that.
Yep.
You know, your thoughts are important. Your thoughts start developing things in your head, and sometimes stuff will stick around.
Yes.
And certain things you don't want to stick around will hang around too long, and then it start becoming a part of your thought process.
Can I add a caveat to that?
Yes.
Your words.
Yes.
Yeah. Your words.
Bruce Lee said all the time.
Listen. If y'all don't take nothing else away from what we told y'all today, I need y'all to hear this and hear this good. And y'all know, I'm saved. It is what it is. If I get canceled for saying something about the Bible, I will stand on that firm. And I didn't need this platform anyway. And because of that, I'm going to say this: the Bible says that the power of life or death is in the tongue.
In the tongue all day.
So what you say will manifest your life, your everyday, the things that you see. So if you are confessing mental health issues, if you are confessing anger issues, if you run around talking about some my anger issues, or my depression, or I'm not this, or I don't have, or I'm broke, you are accepting that into your own life. You are claiming that over your life. You are confessing that over your life. So if y'all don't take nothing else from today, watch your words.
Watch your words. Bruce Lee said it best. Be careful what you say about yourself, because your mind and your body don't understand the difference.
Yep. Put your access on the budget.
Right there. Y'all, thank y'all so much for kicking it with us today. Like I said, I knew this show was going to be a little heavy, but closing out Mental Health Awareness Month, I would have done a disservice to this platform for us to not use it to be able to help somebody, help each other, and just to be able to help you guys to navigate through this thing we call life. I know it's been rough out here. We all been going through lately. However, my God say something different. My God say that this thing gonna be okay.
Thanks.
So we are good. I'm so glad y'all kicked it with us today. I'm so glad y'all was in the comments. I'm so glad that we had some vulnerability at this table today, because if nothing else, I want to be able to say that I used my voice, I used my platform to be able to help somebody.
Thanks.
For sure.
100%.
100.
We
So-
close with that. We closing with that.
We closing with that?
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
All right,
Ain't
y'all.
nothing
Thank
else to
y'all
say.
for watching. This has been Just Our Opinion with Robin
Mike.
and Ty and our boy.
Lazar.
Right.
What's happening?
Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Peace.